think you ever see me in no way like you that look to yourself and say no, so that little boy will run at any time? No. You think you didn't see me in no way like he looked like he was going through something, but you just not trying to figure out when could I really go through? No.
And that's the thing, the person's in the comment asking what is that. That's what I'm saying. If you realize a series of behavior, it is very abnormal. So initially, when the principal, even when I listened to the news and he said, oh, he was eating more than normal, I was like, well, normally eating more than normal and the way how he's moving sounds like he probably was intoxicated in some way or form, because that just doesn't sound normal. Because normally when it depends drugs or something, you're very hungry. You get what I'm saying? And then the behavior, that's the first thing that came to my mind. And I'm like, why the heck?
Why would you think that he was on drugs? Have you ever?
No, but again, remember these things going on in school and I hear about the sweetie them where they have the when they put money in or something like anything possible, and they were trying to figure out.
He never used. You have never seen him never use. You never seen him smoke or anything. Now would can't do that, Our grandma would have.
Again, remember, no, he doesn't do that. But this is us trying to get out of the box, like what happened. You get what I'm saying? So yes, these are probably bizarre findings, but it's like getting out of the box, like trying to see what else could have happened, because we can't understand where Jaden. Even if you say him run away because of bad treatment, if everybody is saying that, where are you now? It's been almost 3 weeks. Where are you now?
Where are you? To
be honest, I cannot say where he is at. But for me personally, I'm thinking once he hit Perth Road, I'm just thinking outside the box again. Him walking out in the rain, going to Perth Road, I'm thinking, did somebody see him walking in the rain and offer him a ride, and then that something else happened? So that's what I am thinking.
Before I go further, two things. If you were supposed to think, say, one of these things happened to him, which one would it? You think, say,
initially,
and he home, like he say, all right, he run off and he run away, or you think, say, somebody maybe take him away? I think somebody take Jaden.
Almost 3 weeks now, mathematics is not. It can't be that he ran away on his own and not being seen. It cannot be that somebody has him that is saying taking him.
On the year, almost 3 weeks. So that's all long then take to come track all of this shit.
They're so emotionless. If that was my nephew, I'd be in bits. They're so emotionless.
Because it is an investigation. You get what I'm saying? So
but how the media spin it, and listening to you, because when I first started coming onto this situation was Sunday, and then listening to grandma, right? What I said Sunday was that chances are, right? The chance might be that the family now have nothing to do with this, and at this point, I don't rule out anything, because there are still. Chances are the family now have nothing to do with this, and somebody see the situation, see where it is leading, and just taking advantage of the situation, because everything is being pointed at the family. So there is no true investigation, from my understanding of things so far, being happening wherein other mediums are being questioned, or they're running down other leads.
Right.
So from your understanding, grandma, right? You a lot of hosts, especially when it comes to Mandeville, they have camera, they have ring light, they have this, they have that. Have the police gone? Because you will have gotten some information. The police gone to Perth Road and question any of the individuals.
Look here. From the 26th of September, every single day we are on the road. Morning, noon, and night, we are on the road. When the search was at Perth Drive, I was there. One lady said that she saw Jaden the morning after 9. And when we asked, one said the camera was not working. The next gentleman was not home. When he came home, somebody was in the group searching with us. She called the gentleman, and the gentleman said that when he comes home, he will run his camera. The morning when he called, the lady that said that she saw Jaden, she changed the time from 9 to 8:30. So he said when he looked at his camera,
was that Friday morning or Saturday morning?
I think it no man. No, no, it was a Tuesday. So she said she saw him the morning.
Claim she saw him the Tuesday.
Yes.
Also, you're saying that Jaden, there is evidence to say that Jaden was alive after Friday.
Right. And we even went to Balvini. Went to Balvini, and a lady at the shop, she said that she saw Jaden this Saturday. That's the following Saturday. She saw Jaden this Sunday with his school bag in a uniform.
Did they ask what he was wearing when they have those sightings of him?
They said that he was still have on his uniform with his back and his bag. His bag and his back.
Hold on, question. I want to ask another question. From the mother's perspective, we're not trying to bash the mother or whatever, but does the mother have a history of mental illness?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay, right. Is there anybody in the family that have a history of mental illness where chances are something would have triggered Jaden to be wondering about?
Well, from my side, my family side, we don't have a history of that. And from Jaden's mother's side, I cannot say because I do not know much about Jaden's mother's side of family.
All right. Jaden is one of how many children?
I think Jaden is I think she have 6 kids. So she have 3 after Jaden.
Okay. Let me beg you one question, mommy. All right, Jaden, you say you never see Jaden no way different or whatever, like in a out and no way, like something was happening. So he has just been to high school, so he reached company them yet to start take jokes. All right. And then
hold it right there. Yeah. Hold it right there. All right. Yeah. Jaden did 2 weeks before school start. I accompanied Jaden to do his 2 weeks. Okay. Yes. All right. I think it was the second week of school in September when Jaden came home with a letter. Said that he wanted was to join the cadet group. Yes. I signed the letter and I gave it to Jaden. Two evening I was coming home. And I buck up Jaden in Mandeville. Not at the bus stop, but heading to the other direction like he was going to Little Cedar. I turned to Jaden and I said, Jaden, what are you doing this direction? He said to me that he's going to buy shoes polish. I said to him, Jaden, this is impossible. You pass too much shops at Willowgate. Even at the school gate, there are men that sell polish there. Right. If your shoes polish finished and you want a shoes polish, you could have buy the shoes polish all along to Willowgate instead of reach all the way to Top Queens. A following evening after that, I ended up buck up Jaden again. I warned Jaden, I said, Jaden, when school over, you need to head home. People turned to me and they were at Mega Mart and they were even talking about going to Popeyes. It was Monday here that I'm saying, why is Jaden being all around the place and Jaden? Okay. So it's like Jaden start to follow company. All right. That is carrying him all around the town. All right.
So did Jaden actually take money from his piggy bank?
Okay, so Jaden have a small box that I bought a shoes because Jair when Jair came because you know say overseas they don't wear uniform, so I bought Jair a black shoes to wear to school. I gave Jaden that box when he said that. I gave Jaden that small box to save him. Jaden came home one evening and he asked me to change some silver, which was about $600, and I changed the silver. He still have other silver in there. So Jaden have $2,000 in the box with some other silver. He took the $2,000 and tell my husband he was going to buy pizza after school. My husband said, okay, because we normally don't cook on a Friday. We either buy pizza or we buy.
So all of that food that we cook Thursday. All of that food that we cook Thursday night.
That's what I was saying yesterday, Tiger. That's what I was saying yesterday. So you gave him breakfast, you gave him lunch to carry with him, you gave him money for food, you gave him... That's what I was saying yesterday. That make no sense.
Lacey, you have kids, right?
Yeah.
How many
Where are we
times
going
you
with
cook
this one?
No, how many times you cook and they don't want what you cook?
Listen, me, myself, I'm not doing this with you tonight.
Can I
Yeah.
say something?
We're probably gonna buy something to eat with, even if
But
the
what I'm
house are
saying,
droning up.
he took the money for the food, and then they gave him money for food, and then they gave him lunch, and they gave him breakfast,
That's
and
not
he
what
had money out of his money box. They said they gave him money that morning. They didn't have change, so they gave him whatever they gave him.
$1,500
But
lunch.
right, and then he took the 2,000 to buy something after school. Then they gave him lunch, and then they gave him breakfast.
Can I say something?
Hold on.
It's when I left the hospital and we came to Mother's to buy chicken, I called Jaden phone because by that time he will be home. Because Jaden have a key. Everybody have a key. When I
Bear in mind, the girl reached at the hospital 7:09, then spend 1 hour at the hospital. So 8:09 this year talk about, 8:09.
called Jaden phone straight. The phone ring without an answer. Demar turned to me and said, Mommy, don't call Jaden straight because Jaden no put credit on his phone. So in cheap lockdown, call him on WhatsApp. No, we have internet at home. I called Jaden on WhatsApp. I did not get Jaden. I called him again. I did not get him. I said, no, man, this is strange. All right, we buy the chicken and we come home. When we reach home and I enter into the yard, the car pull up into the yard. Jaden have his own room. And I said to them in the car, but Jaden don't know like in a Jaden room, so Jaden gone a bit so early. Wait, no mind. When I come, I was the first one that comes to the door. I pushed the door and the door was closed. So I called to my husband and I said, throw the key because he had a key and the car key. I said, throw the key and he threw the key and I opened the door. When I opened the door, my first step was in Jaden's room. When I went in Jaden's room, I didn't see a bag, I didn't see his shoes, and I didn't see him on the bed. I turned back outside immediately and I said to my husband, but Jaden no come home. My husband said, where is it? He said, Jaden no in the house. He said, no man. And Jaden, Mr. T and Demar came in and I said, but that true call that man, Jaden no come home. Mr. T put down the bag with the chicken that we bought that Friday evening was in the kitchen until Sunday. Nobody eat. I left out. We all left out. And when I reached at the hill, the first...
So some people are move unfair. Some people really are move unfair. Because remember they was cooking dinner last night and nobody ate the dinner. So no matter how you're rich, if you cook unless you have a plan to go and dash your food and go put it in the fridge, that's a lot of food to waste on Friday because still buy chicken. But people
But they don't cook on Friday. Friday is the day when they buy food to
people
eat.
don't eat in the morning. Hold on. People don't eat in the morning. And we heard her say the man give him the food to carry go school. You understand? What happened during the day?
They was cooking myself.
Thursday night. The Thursday night they were cooking it for dinner. They did not get to eat it. So in the Friday morning, she said he finished it and gave some to Jaden to take to school, right?
So how much
And then went and bought food to eat on Friday instead of using it.
Heavens, yes. You never did that, Lacey?
And then
You never did that?
$1,500
You never have
lunch.
food. Hold on.
Listen, I haven't got a
Who
fucking
here?
nephew.
Who
I'm not being
here? Hold on.
questioned. My nephew's not missing.
Who here never have food at them house and still go buy fast food outside?
And then don't eat the food.
I'm not talking about that, me, myself. I'm saying you get lunch, you get breakfast. Number one, you get cooked food to take to school for lunch. And he got $1,500 for lunch.
And then 2,000 out of his own thing to buy the pizza. And then you cook food. Then you buy food. Then you what?
But then also too, if it's routine for the family to not cook on Fridays and they normally go out and get pizza or whatever else
I
kind
understand
of
that, but why are they
food.
emphasizing on this eating thing so
That's
much?
what I'm saying. If it's routine for
It's
them,
because
why
they
would
created a story
Can I
and they're
just
trying to
say
stick to a narrative.
Why would
Can I
Jaden need
just-
to go buy his own pizza?
He's
if it's
eating more
routine
than
Can I
for
just
usual
them?
say
today.
something?
He's going to run away.
Can I just say something, please? Me, myself, are you a mom? Like, are you a mom? I
I
don't know if you're a
am.
mom.
I am.
So,
And if I cook
what
and
is...
my kids tell me them want McDonald's,
No, me
I
not
will
talk
feel
about no
like I
cook.
gonna make them
Me
have it.
not
Me make
talk
them
about no
have
cook,
it.
lady. Me not talk about no cook. Just listen now. You are a mom. Tell me something and tell the panel. What is your gut feelings telling you? Do you think Jaden is still among us?
No, I
Do you think
don't. And I've
Jaden
answered that several times already.
Okay, okay. Them need to come out, come talk the truth with them to the youth. Them need to talk the truth with them to
Called
the...
Mr. Gabriel and I said to Mr. Gabriel, was there any function that happens at Manchester School that I was not aware of? He said, no, Mrs. Thompson. I said to him, Jaden is on the cadet group, call the coach and find out. He said, okay. He called me back and said there was no cadet class because of the rain. After the coach call, I went straight to the police station. I know it was not 24 hours.
What time Jaden normal? What time the latest time Jaden ever come home from school?
The latest Jaden ever come from school is maybe some minutes to 6.
So you reach home after 7 it was raining. Then he would have made me get hold up then.
No, leave her alone. Angel and Forever. Stop on nice man, behave no sir. Just chill like a
So
man.
he would have made me get hold up and he get hold up then it would trigger you to
No, all right. So Jaden have a bigger brother.
You see it? What happened there, Salquile? What happened there, Salquile? The woman said to her, say, when I reach home after 7, I don't know see Jayden and she not carry her. I remember the daughter say she went to the hospital at 7 or 9, then spend an hour with her, and the woman just asked Salquile, when I reach home after 7, I don't know see Jayden. So I must say 9, 10 o'clock, I ain't got the police station now because them spend an hour at the hospital pan the 7 or 9 when the daughter reach and make it to 8 or 9. And them do all of these things.
You know what, Tiger? I believe they lied about the time. I believe they got home later and they realized they dropped the ball. You understand? I honestly believe they got home later than they say.
Which house? I called him because we have 2 houses in the yard. My house and my mother's house. So the other brother is living by my mother's house because my mother is deceased. So I call him. I call him because I know he was in Mandeville. I called him. I said, Jaden, don't come home. Check in a Mandeville to see Jaden out there. So can maybe he not get no taxi to the rain.
And they got still in 7 o'clock there, so.
Well, I wouldn't say 7 o'clock. He's supposed to pass 7 o'clock because by the time we left the hospital and stop as mothers and buy the chicken, they spend maybe half an hour in there before they get the chicken. So when I call the brother, he said no, him not see Jaden no way out there. No portion of people never demanded at that time when he left work.
Yes,
8 or 9 half an hour.
That's on the taxi stand and him there. Because our taxi stand at Willow Gate. Once you reach 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you get the so you have to go KFC. So he was at KFC at the time. You
want me want to ask you? You realize Jaden was starting to follow company, right?
Right.
Have you ever come across the man that Jaden end up at school with some company now that he could be with them at his house?
It's a possibility.
You come across a man saying gone with some pity gone in a year because if he used to stay at the shop side as you say,
why she's using the word that myself?
Right? That means to say Jaden used to some lifestyle where Uno did just try to groom him to a different lifestyle.
Right.
It has been years.
5-year-old kid, you know. We are talking about that. They take the kid at 5-year-old.
Yeah, but I'm just saying to mommy, right? You're just trying to break into a different lifestyle now because